Hey, what's up guys? My name is Fonz and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be talking about a realistic child build. This is a C0 child with an R1 rust, not Skyward Harp, not C6 child, not R5 rust. If you yourself are a low spender or a free-to-play player and you're pulling for child, this will kind of give you an idea of what you can expect his performance to look like on your account. Now my child for the most part is still a work in progress. Now I farmed a lot of artifacts for him. I had like a 2-week span where that's all I did was farm child's artifacts, but even then they still need some work. Now his overall stats right here, you can see he has a 50% crit rate with 119% crit damage. He also has a hydro damage bonus of 83%. Now, I'm pretty sure that is his ascension stat. So whenever you actually ascend him and you level him up, that should give him more hydro damage. But taking a look at his weapon, we have an R1 level 90 rust. Now there is a build that I'm working on currently that I want to level up the Viridescent Hunt because it has a crit rate stat. Having crit rate built into his weapon makes him so much easier to build. As you know, any main DPS, you want to have a lot of crit rate and a lot of crit damage. You want to have a 1-to-2 ratio. So for every crit you have, you want to have 2 crit damage. And currently mine is built like that, but I want those numbers to be higher. If I can get up to around 60 or 70% crit rate and then just put the crit damage through the roof, we'll be happy. But overall, I think Rust for the most part is going to be the best for an overall DPS child, because it has that normal attack increase by 40%. So your normal attack damage goes way up, even though you do lose 10% on your charged attacks. But I would say that the most financially accessible one is going to be the Viridescent Hunt. That's probably your best bet. Now let's talk about his artifacts. Obviously running the 4-piece Heart of Depth set because he is a main DPS. As a sub DPS, you could run a 2-piece Heart of Depth, 2-piece Noblesse. But overall, I would 100% recommend running him as a main DPS because he's so much fun. And then running obviously the 4-piece Heart of Depth. Now looking at his artifacts, you can see his artifact in the details that they aren't insane. Like crit damage is up by 69%, crit rate is up by 45%. So he's got decent artifacts, but they're not game breaking. But overall, the way that I have mine set up is for his sands, I'm running an attack percent sands. Obviously I'm running a hydro damage bonus cup with a crit rate mask. I do want to swap over to a crit damage mask if I can get a decent substat for crit rate. This one unfortunately doesn't put me at a good enough balance. That's actually why I'm building up the Viridescent Hunt right now, is to kind of compensate for some of that crit rate that I lose when switching off of this other piece here. But as far as subsets go, we are building him as a main DPS, so we're going to want to look for crit rate, crit damage, attack percent's decent. Some elemental mastery is good for him if you're running a vaporized comp. His artifacts overall are decent. Like I said, there is room for improvement, and there most likely always will be. We are running a Constellation 0 Tartaglia, and I have been running him this way for quite some time. You can see he's friendship level 9. C0 Tartaglia, totally useful. Now the next part is gonna make me real sad because we're talking about his talents. First thing I want to talk about is the Master of Weaponry. It increases all your party's normal attack level by 1. So that's why you see 776 when really it's 676. The main problem I have with Tartaglia right now is that I don't have his stupid Shard of Foul Legacy. This is obviously from the Child Challenge, and it's been 3 weeks and I haven't gotten a single drop. As you can see, the damage goes up quite a bit. If I could actually get these leveled up, his alt leveled up, his alt's only 6, but I got the books, I got the freaking insignias, I have all of it ready. But yeah, that's the showcase that you're gonna see today. His talents are gonna be at 776. For a main DPS child, I highly recommend leveling his E and then his alt, and don't even worry about leveling his normal. Now in general, you're gonna wanna run child with a sub DPS. I use Xiao. You can use someone like Zhang Ling, or if you have Hu Tao, you can use her. Really anybody that you can switch to while his ability is on cooldown. Because as you can see, his max cooldown for his skill is 45 seconds. Having your main DPS out of the fight for 45 seconds is a problem. Now I'll show you how I typically use him and how I play around his skill being down. Because at the end of the day, you do have to play around it. But let's go show off our realistic Tartaglia. Now I think the best place to show off Tartaglia and his ad clearing ability is going to be in the Contending Tides event right now going on in Dadalupa Orge. Dadalupa Orge, I forgot the G, Dadalupa Gorge. Anyway, so this is a normal team that I'll run him with. Is going to be Child, Bennett, Venti, and Zhao. Obviously not a very free-to-play friendly team, but really most of the work comes from Child and Bennett. I have the other two on there just because I like the Animo Resonance buff. 15% movement speed is super nice. So you could totally use this with Animo main character and Sucrose. as long as your animo main character is built enough that you can have her as a sub DPS. Because like I said, you do need a sub DPS. All right, so we got some ults built up. Let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to be doing the second and last one where there's just a ton of enemies. We're going to be doing the extreme difficulty. Let's do this. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get them all clumped up. We're going to drop the Bennett ult. And then, boom, we just start going in. Everything's a vaporize. And you can see that his Riptide just chains so much. So let's get him inside the Bennett ult. Here we go. I mean, dude, look at that, bro. Oh my God. All right, so now I'm just going to swap to Venti and get this dude off his pillar. Are you really not going to get off your pillar, bro? Get off your pillar. Thank you. I'm going to cut out a lot of this downtime between me using other characters because I am trying to just mostly showcase Tartaglia. So you can see here, I mean, dude, just look at that. All right, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to actually switch to Bennett. I'm going to get these guys a little weak. All right, so we got 5 seconds for our cooldown. So you can see we're still using our cooldown relatively well. We don't have very long cooldowns because you can have, like I said, upwards of a 45-second cooldown. So we're going to hit him with this, and then we're going to switch to this, and then let's see what we can get for a crit. I didn't see the highest number there. I saw a 20. I don't know if I saw a 70 or not. With a Bennett buff, we can, we have the potential to hit around a 72,000 crit, which is sick. I'm going to switch to my sub DPS here and just start attacking. Let's get this big dude down because he's going to be a problem. Get out of here, bro. I need you to get out of here. I need you to get out of here. Okay. Oh, he's not dead yet. All right, interesting. There we go. Okay. So you can see that most of the time I am on Tartaglia, but you do have to swap around if he is C0 like mine. Now, another good way you can use his ult is if you wanted to add Riptide. Normally, Riptide is added by shooting something with a charge shot like that. You can add Riptide, or if you get a crit with your melee stance. Now, what you can do is use your ranged ult that will add Riptide to everything that essentially you hit. Or if they have Riptide on them, it'll actually break the Riptide and do a bunch of burst AoE damage just from them. All right, let's see what type of crit we can get. So we're gonna pop this here. We're gonna boom, and then boom, 72,000. There we go. That's the crit numbers we're looking for. So yeah, you can see with Bennett, he's, I mean, obviously super amazing support, Bennett no matter what, but on Tartaglia especially. Just the synergy that this character has with so many characters is amazing. And that's the next thing I want to talk about is going to be some of his other synergies. Now, this is a super popular team comp for Tartaglia. Tartaglia, Beto, Fischl, and Bennett. Basically, the goal here is that we're going to go ahead and pop Fischl's E. That's going to start generating particles for Beto. Once you pop that, you're going to drop the Bennett ult, switch to Beto, pop her ult, and then switch to Tartaglia, pop his E, and just go in. But we do need to build up Beto's ult a little bit. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop her ult. Pop her bird, sorry. And then we're going to try to build up Beto's ult here. Come on, hit me. There we go. All right, and Fischl's bird needs to come back. Boom, there we go. All right, and we almost have her ult. Boom, there we go. All right, we got her ult now. So we have Fischl's bird out on the field. We're going to go ahead and call it again. And we're going to show you the rotation. So I'm going to pop Bennett's E, and then I'm going to switch to Beto, pop her ult, and then pop Childe, boom, go in with his E, and just melt. Like literally everything, not literally melting with the actual elemental reaction, but just destroying everything. You can see the Riptide goes constantly. It adds superconduct to everything. And then when big guys like this come around, then you just go BOW! And then you miss him entirely because he's standing on a pillar. Crap. Now, the reason why I'm not... Crap. Now, my Beto and Fischl are super underleveled, so I can't really use them as a sub DPS, but just kind of showing off that comp in general, that is like a super fun comp. And I'm actually building Beto right now to have that be able to be a thing. But yeah, overall, Tartaglia is a super complex character. He's so fun to play. He's completely changed the way I play this game, and I really like him. Let me know your thoughts on him down in the comment section. Are you guys pulling for Tartaglia? Because I know you're going to get some Rosarias on the way. So let me know if you're pulling for Tartaglia, Rosaria. Maybe you already have him. Are you going to pull for Skyward Harp? Let's start a conversation down in the comment section down below. And remember, if the video was informative and did help you out, please drop a like down below. Also, remember to subscribe if you want to. If not, that's cool too. And a big shout out to the members of the channel. Thank you guys so much for helping make these videos possible. If you do want to help support the channel directly, you can by clicking the top link in the description, or clicking the join button down below if you're on desktop. Thank you guys once again for watching. I love you guys. I hope this was good because this is the first time of me doing something like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys and we'll see you on the next one.